What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Coffee Pod. My name is Chishu Zed.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
Woman explains why exactly women in their 30s initiate divorce. Trust me, man, you're going to want to hear this. No more wasting time. Let's get it.
So you probably noticed a lot of people in their 30s getting divorced lately, so let's talk about it. Now, a majority of my clients, yes, are women.
What a surprise.
But I will say this. They are very consistent across the board as to why they are getting a divorce.
Let's hear it.
And I pretty much have a theory to what has caused this to happen in such big numbers to people 30s and up. Growing up, we were told as women to sit down and be quiet, do what the man says. And we were really just told that, oh, marriage is hard, suck it up. Men were told, don't talk about your feelings, they don't matter, go to work and come home and provide. That's what you need to do.
Okay, so guys, honest conversation. This is one of those videos we're just having a conversation in the comment section down below. Were women really told to sit down and be quiet and listen to men? Because is that what we see happening? Right? Because at least if they were told that, can we see a little bit of that? I'm joking, but for real, man, were the generation of women who are initiating divorce really told that, or were they told to be strong, independent, etc., and weren't really told to cooperate with the man? Let's keep listening.
So what this created was a lot of women 30s and up who don't even have an identity because they don't know who they are other than being a mom and a wife. And they were really told not to even be themselves, to be all these other identities that people wanted them to be, including their husband. And then it created a lot of men who are completely incapable of having a mature conversation or communicating correctly because they don't know how to process their emotions or even talk about them. So they just hold them in and it comes out in anger and they end up gaslighting you.
Okay, Chisha, why do you keep pausing the video? Because she's not going to get away with this. She's not going to get away with what she just did right there. Notice how she just painted women as being victims. You know, they're not the problem. They're just these women who don't know who they are. That's their problem. They need to go find themselves. These women don't know who they are. That's why they're leaving marriages. But men, they're immature, don't know how to carry good communication. Oh, man, right? But the women are always just never painted in a bad light in this type of situations. Let's keep listening.
So take these women who were told to sit down, shut up, and serve their husbands, and that's what they're supposed to do, and take them finding their true self and identity in their 30s and their voice and their confidence, and add that to men who are still the same, the men in these situations that are still the same, and it's a recipe for disaster. You have one person changing and growing, and you have somebody else who is still unwilling to admit they need to change and grow. The reason you see a lot of divorces now is because those people are truly finding who they are and being their authentic self, and they can't beat that with somebody who has refused to change. And that's why, because of how we were raised back then.
Right. So guys, remember that, you know, women are changing and growing while men are remaining stagnant, committing to their vows. Women are outgrowing their vows and commitment to their children. She hasn't given up on her family. She's just outgrown. What's that? Tia Mowry graduated from the situation.
God damn it.
Can't make this shit up. Let's check out a few of these comments. First comment here says, more of the same BS. It's all men's fault and women are just finding themselves. Of course, my guy. No accountability, of course. Let me tell you guys something. These videos cannot get old. You know why? Because every day a man goes into relationships today oblivious. If you've been watching this type of content for a while, you're aware, and even the popularity of the RP and like people having these conversations, male, female nature, etc. The vast majority of men refuse to accept things for how they are, which is completely backwards. They go into that situation, they go into relationships, they go into marriages thinking to themselves, well, I'm going to be that guy who's going to be better and I'm going to change with her and I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that I please her, instead of going into that situation with somebody who's more realistic. Understanding that, hey, this won't be a cakewalk. Marriage is difficult. Relationships are hard. Commitment overall is the goal, right? That's what produces better outcomes. Another comment here says, I've been a wife and mom since 18. I'm 34, she says. I have no idea who I am or should have been. Okay, so she says she's been married since 18 to 34. If you're a guy today that still values, plans to get married, then you want to make sure you're dealing with the woman who understands what exactly marriage today entails. And of course, you're protecting yourself, etc. Now, the comment here from another woman says, add in grandparents who never want to watch grandkids and parents never getting a break. It's a recipe for disaster. That's because if you're a single woman, then yes, right? You're dumping that responsibility on grandparents. Here's another comment that says, I see this all the time. A woman doesn't know who she is because she's a wife and a mother, but that is an identity, a chosen one. Do you guys think as a man, you would be forgiven if you, or most men today, were leaving marriages just based on, I just got to go find myself? Because you would think in today's day and age, the amount of time women spend in the streets, partying, having fun, and most of it, if done in moderation, most men are willing to forgive and still look at them as a viable partner. You would think in that moment where they're out partying and everything, they're finding themselves, but no. Here's another comment from another woman that says, this is so true, exclamation marks, and I'm 33. Glad I'm not crazy after all. Now, do you guys think these are situations where women were marrying too early? Or do you guys think it's exactly what this lady was saying? Because she wasn't talking about marrying too early. She was saying most women in general are just women who haven't found themselves and they need to find themselves first and then get remarried at 40, 50. And we all know how that goes. Here's another comment that says, 32 and I got married at 20 and moving out next week. Never been happier, she says. Another comment here says, 29, I left my now ex-husband. I'm 33 now. And honestly, you said it perfectly. Another comment here from another man says, 0 issues with change. So he's like, hey, I have no problem with change. True for work and provide. And yes, my feelings don't matter. This man says, but infidelity isn't what I deserve. So that last guy there obviously got cheated on. Here's another woman that says, with the crying emojis, I don't even know what I like to do for fun. Okay, there you go. So you don't even know what you like to do for fun, but should your marriage have to suffer the consequence of that? And why not learn these things while you're in the relationship with that person? Do you have to break up a family? Another comment here says, I was raised by 2 awesome parents who taught me to never depend on a man. I always wondered what was wrong with me and why I was never satisfied. Here's another comment from another woman that says, nailed it, early 30s here and getting a divorce. Another person here says, I just broke up with my now ex-fiance for this reason. I was seen as a maid and was expected to do it all. Take care of a baby and a house. Sounds like a horrible existence. Another comment here from another woman says, this is 100% what I'm going through right now. And I'm sure this will encourage other women who feel like they have to go find themselves to leave marriages. What do you guys think? Viable excuse? Comment down below. Let's have the conversation in the comment section. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.